Today we are talking about class structure. Here, class structure is the base of English discourse. When we are writing anything, either paragraph, either essay, letter or application, we must have understanding about the clauses. Without class structure, we can't write a good essay. We can't write a good paragraph. We can't write a good letter or good application. Here, when we are talking about the class, first of all, we must understand what is class. Here, class is just a combination of two things. Here we have a subject and we have a predicate. Here, when we are talking about subject, that is part and parcel of class. Here, subject means a part of class which we are talking about. That is subject. Subject means a part of class that we are talking about. Now it is clear for your understanding that what is subject. Subject is a part of the class that we are talking about. And after that, what is predicate? Predicate is that part of class which tells us about the subject. That part is called predicate. Here, just like you see that it has been mentioned here, this is class, and class is divided into two parts. One is called subject and other is called predicate. That is the structure of English language. English language can be written in this structure. When we say class, after that, we are going to talk about the simple sentence, because we have four different types of sentence. Just like simple sentence is here, just like complex sentence is here, just like compound sentence is here, just like compound simple sentence is here. These are four different structural sentences available in English writing. We must have understanding about these structural sentences, that how they can be written in English language. Here I am just going to tell you something about simple sentence. You see that simple sentence is that sentence which consists of a single clause. When it consists of single clause, that is simple sentence. It means simple sentence shows two things. One is subject and other is predicate. Here subject is the part we are talking about, and predicate is a part that tells something about the subject. That depends upon the writer what he or she is going to write about the subject. There is no compulsion, no cramming, no ratification about this thing, that what is written in the book, what is read by the students, what is taught by the teachers, that you are going to project or produce the same thing. There must be creativity in the mind of students, that you can write from your own part. That is the part of learning, that is the part of education. There must be creativity in the mind of students, learners, and public as well. And when creativity will be developed here among us, then there would be education growing day by day. If there is not creativity among the minds of our students, then you will see we will go or derail from the right track. I am hopeful that our students will learn properly about the things which are very essential and very necessary for us all. So let us see, I am just talking about the simple sentence. Here simple sentence is going to tell us that there is subject and there is predicate. Just like you will see, there is sentence, Simth wants to be a doctor. Simth wants to be a doctor is a simple sentence. because it has two parts. One is subject and other is predicate. Here we are talking about sim. We are talking about sim. Therefore, sim is a subject. And this part wants to be doctor is a predicate. This part tells us about the sim. That what is the aspiration, what is the hope, what is the desire or demand of Sint, what he wants. Sint wants to be doubter. Wants to be doubter is part that is called predicate, and this predicate tells something about subject, about the Sint, that what is the aspiration of Sint. Suppose we say Sint wants to be engineer. Suppose we say Sims wants to be officer. Suppose we say that Sims wants to be businessman. It means the predicate has other dimensions. Predicate has other sides. Predicates tell something about the subject. So in this way we can write from our own part that what is required, what is the feeling that writer can produce. So after that we are just talking about complex sentence. You see, we are just going ahead, just talking about the class structure here. When we see that simple sentence is just going to talk about a single class, and when we are talking about here complex sentence, it talks about more than one class. There are two classes or three classes or four classes, but the dimension is that, understanding is that first class, the class in the beginning must be independent class or principal class. After that, other classes would be dependent upon the main class. In the beginning the class must be independent, and after that other classes must be dependent upon the main class or the principal class. So in this way I have just written Sims wants to be doctor who wants to serve humanity. Here you will see Sint wants to be doctor is a simple sentence, and when we are going to enhance that sentence, then we have used an other subject and predicate. Here Sint is subject and wants to be doctor is predicate, and here who is a subject, and again wants to serve humanity is an other predicate. So there are two subjects and two predicates in this sentence. When a sentence shows two subjects and two predicates, or three subjects and three predicates, or four subjects and four predicates, and there is a main clause or principal clause, that kind of sentence is called complex sentence, and it is structure would be in this way, and you can follow this sentence as a model that you can write in this way. After that we are just talking about compound sentence. What is compound sentence? It is also interesting to tell you that compound sentence is also association of clauses. There are more than one clauses. There are two clauses, three clauses, four clauses, five clauses, or more than five clauses. It depends upon the writer's clarity of writing and clarity of writing, that how he or she is going to write. The main distinction between complex sentence and the compound sentence is that there are independent clauses, especially in compound sentence. When we say compound, it means this is the amalgamation of independent clauses. There wouldn't be any dependent clause. Dependent clause are mentioned in the complex sentence. But when we are talking about especially compound sentence, in compound sentence we have all independent clauses. Here just I have mentioned here that Synth wants to be doctor, but William wants to be engineer. You will see there are two classes. When there are two classes, it means that there are four subjects and four predicates. Here, Simt is subject. Simt wants to be doctor, but William wants to be engineer. William is another subject and wants to be engineer is another predicate. Here, the use of coordinating adverb is also essential, that it coordinates two different clauses or two clauses which are opposed to one another, so or each other. When they are opposed to if they are two, then they are especially each other. When they are more than two, they are also each other. So in this way we are going to say that when there are two clauses are there is coordination, and coordinating adverb has been used here, and that is the part of writing also. So that can coordinate clauses if they are two. If they would be more than two, then there is an interesting thing. Then we can use comma. Punctuation marks would be part of that sentence. It depends upon writer that there would be more and more clause structure or clauses. These clauses would be independent clauses especially. So after that, when we are talking about another or fourth kind of sentence, that is compound complex structure. It is just the amalgamation of compound sentence and complex sentence. Both are going to be mingled here. Both are going to be joined here. When they join in this structure, then they become compound complex sentence. Just like you will see, there are four clauses. When there are four clauses, it means there are eight subjects and eight predicates. You will see it is a sentence. In this sentence, we have eight subjects and eight predicates. It is very interesting for understanding you students, that you can understand that how it is going to be composed here. So let us see, please. Sint is a rich boy. Here is simple subject, is a rich boy is predicate. But William is a poor boy. Here William is subject, and is a poor boy is poor kid is predicate. Who have some ambitions. Who here is subject, and here who indicates that this clause is dependent clause. Both clauses are independent, and other clause is dependent, which depends upon the main clauses which are earlier used. And again you will see, and they have experience of life. And they have experience of life, here they is subject, and have experience of life is predicate. So there are four clauses in general. Two clauses are independent clauses and two clauses are dependent clauses. When in a single sentence we find two or more than two independent clauses and one, two, three dependent clauses in the same sentence, that sentence is compound complex sentence. So in this way we can organize our discourse writing. We can write in this appropriate form, and that form is called clause structural form. So I think if you have any puzzle, any problem, any question, you can ask me, please.